Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another Screencasts Online weekly tip video. We've had Siri on the Mac for a while now, but unlike our mobile devices, it's not always convenient to talk to our Mac. With macOS High Sierra, it's now possible to type to Siri. Now, of course, Siri is the built-in assistant in both iOS and also macOS High Sierra, and it's usually interacted with using your voice. Different ways to do that. We can either click on the button up in the menu bar. How fast is this Mac?
Your Mac has a 3.3 GHz Intel Core i7 processor.
So I would converse with Siri and that will repeat the answers back to me, again using sound. I could also, if I close this down, hold down Command and Spacebar. What's the weather like tomorrow?
It'll be wet out there tomorrow.
Let's just close that down. There are instances when it's not convenient for you to talk to your Mac. You might be in a coffee shop or in a library, and perhaps in those cases you also don't want it to speak back to you. Well, there is a way of configuring that, and that's all done through System Preferences. So if we go into System Preferences, rather than Siri, if I go to Accessibility, and then under Accessibility we have an option here for Siri, and there is this option now in macOS High Sierra to enable Type to Siri. Now with that enabled, if I now go up to my Siri button in the menu bar, you'll see rather than the audio prompt, we get this bar now where I can actually type in. So let me just type in something. Whoops, show me all my emails from yesterday.
9 emails were received yesterday.
Okay, that's fine, but I don't really want it to speak back to me. I need to change that as well, and I can do that if I close that down. If I do that from here, let's go back to the main System Preferences window, then go to Siri, and here we go. Voice feedback will switch off. If I close that down now, and let's just repeat that or do a similar thing. Let's create a new note. And hit return. So that created my note. There's no audible feedback, so that's fine. So let's close that down and we'll invoke Siri with Command and Spacebar. Again, pops out the Siri box, but I can type now rather than speak. So let's set up a reminder. Remind me to pick up the dry cleaning tomorrow at noon. Okay, that's great. Now, as far as actually switching off Type to Siri, because you will want to probably switch it both on and off depending where you are, there's no real quick way to do it. You can do it from Type to Siri itself by getting to the Accessibility Preference pane. And we just type in Open Accessibility. And then all you would need to do is just go down to Siri and take it off from here. Okay, so that's now off. So now we're back to standard Siri. Or you could switch this on here, show accessibility status in the menu bar. And then with this closed down, we just go to here, Accessibility Preferences. That brings it back in. Select Siri and then enable Type to Siri. Now there are some command line options. I've had limited success with them. They work fine in the terminal, but if you try and create an automate a workflow, they don't seem to work. But if I close this down, let's run a terminal session. So let's just see what status we're in now. So we have Type to Siri switched on. If I want to switch that off from the command line, the command is defaults write com.apple.siri, Type to Siri enabled -bool, and then true to switch it on, or false to switch it off. So now when I go here, so that's voice activated Siri. If I switch it on, just change this parameter to true. We're back to Type to Siri. And of course, you're not limited to any of the Siri commands using Type to Siri. If you want to work out what it can do for you, just type in, how can you help me? And it will give you a comprehensive list of all the different types of things it can do. And if you click into one of these, for instance, if you want to learn more about reminders, just click into reminders. These are just some of the examples that Siri on the Mac can do for you. If you want to learn more about using your Apple devices, there are over 700 full video tutorials available to Screencasts Online members, covering all aspects of the Mac, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and even the Apple TV. Now, all full members receive a new Apple-related video tutorial each and every week, as well as a free subscription to the ScreenCastsOnline monthly magazine, packed with videos and articles on getting the most out of your Apple devices. Now, you can get your free 14-day trial membership over at ScreenCastsOnline.com, or check out some of the free content over on the SCO Showcase app on the iPad, iPhone, and Apple TV. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week with another tip, so I'll speak to you then.